Our first guest this morning and our first ever Friends Around Friday has won a Golden Globe for his magnificent performance as Jonathan Pine in The Night Manager. He plays our favourite Avengers villain, Loki, and is about to tread the boards in Harold Pinter's play, Betrayal. Good morning and welcome, Tom Hiddleston.
Good morning, Zoe. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely to see your face at this hour. Welcome. Very excited. I was actually reading Betrayal in bed last night.
Were you really? That is incredibly diligent of you.
Well, no, I thought lovely Florence talked me through it because it hasn't started yet, so I've never seen it. And I read it in bed last night. It's amazing. There's been this incredible Pinter at the Pinter, a 6-month season of some terrific theatre marking the 10th anniversary of Pinter's death. The finest of our acting sorts have appeared in Jamie Lloyd's season. Danny Dyer and Martin Freeman, I think, are in The Dumb Waiter.
That's right. That's right.
They're going to be on Dermot's show tomorrow. Now, Betrayal was written in 1978, richly humorous, written with, you know, a real emotional force.
Yeah.
Considered a masterpiece of theatre, Tom, and charts a 7-year romance. What can you tell us about it?
Well, that's it in a nutshell. It's about, I think it is Pinter's masterpiece. It's really about 3 intimate relationships.
Yeah.
A marriage, a romance, and a friendship, and they're all connected in quite a complicated way, without revealing too much. And it's really about, I mean, anyone who's been in a relationship will be able to understand what goes on in this play. It's about intimacy and the things we do because we need it and we crave it and we run towards it, and also the things we do to avoid it because it's frightening. And it's quite profound, and within these relationships there are some difficulties and bumps in the road, and you know, anyone who's been in a difficulty in a relationship, it's how you manage those difficulties that determines whether it's going to stay alive or whether it doesn't make it.
Yeah.
It's called Betrayal.
Yes, it's called Betrayal. That's it.
It's in the title.
It's kind of, because you can't give too much away here. But it's wonderful because it's not put together in a typical way, which adds to the delight of it.
Yes, of course. I'm missing that bit. It's told in reverse order. Yeah. So that you start at the end of the affair, as it were, and you go back in time, and the audience are on the inside in a way, so they know more than the characters do, so they can see where the sort of the tectonic plates are shifting beneath the surface in a way. So it's quite compelling in that way.
Yeah, well, I love that. And I think also, from reading it, I still haven't seen the play, but you get to look at everybody's point of view in a very different way, and not necessarily, as you would think initially, very judgmentally. You actually look, and there's a lot of tenderness.
Yeah, it's very compassionate.
Humour and
funny
and very
witty.
funny. And you're starring alongside Zor Ashton, who plays Emma. She's your character's wife, who we've just loved in Wanderlust. She's an amazing actress. And Charlie Cox, who of course plays Daredevil, who plays Jerry, your best friend.
Yeah.
So have you started rehearsing yet? Have you got together yet?
We haven't all 3 of us been in the same. We haven't sort of got together and started rehearsing, but I saw Charlie actually last week. We were at a Comic-Con together in Arizona, and I guess
you must see each other quite a bit on the Comic-Con
on the sort of circuit. Yeah. But no, he's. I've known him for a long time. We used to meet. Standing outside auditions for films, which neither of us would get. So we kind of, that's how we became friends.
But look, years later the 2 of you are smashing it out of the park. And people shouldn't be put off by Pinter, should they? Because, you know, I mean, Pinter, some people can see it as being quite heavy, but, you know, this is incredibly accessible. This really has stood the test of time. And there's another wonderful thing that's happening, is that there's lots of tickets. I think they're going to be 15 quid, reserved for under 40s, those on job seekers allowance and key workers, because sometimes people think theatre, very, very expensive.
Yeah, no, there are a specific sort of bank of tickets that have been saved for people, teachers, nurses, or students, young people. So these are really, I mean, these are £15, £15 for some great seats in the middle of central London. Yeah, I should say it's at the Pinter Theatre.
It is.
which is on Poundton Street and the Haymarket.
You're very good with your face, giving the
Piccadilly
address.
Circus.
Can you tell us what snacks are available?
In central London from the 4th of March to the 1st of June.
Very good. And even at this hour, Tom, we're going to talk more with Tom Hiddleston after the weekend and Daft Punk on Radio 2, 15 minutes past 8. I feel it coming. The weekend is coming. The weekend and Daft Punk. You're listening to Radio 2. Tom Hiddleston is with us. We're talking about Betrayal. Fantastic play by Harold Pinter, which opens on the 13th of March and runs to June the 1st at the Harold Pinter Theatre, in which Tom stars. We must pick up on quickly, well, it doesn't have to be quickly, you can take as long as you like, Night Manager 2. In early production, the return of Jonathan Pine. It's so exciting for us all. Tom, what can you tell us at this stage?
Well, it's really, at the moment, it's in the lap of John Le Carre and his sons, who run the Ink Factory, which is the production company that produces it, and they are potentially conceiving how these characters might live on, what they're doing now, given the state of the world. It was just curious, that the world is in an interesting place.
Very
shall we
much
say?
So. Yeah, it's a very good way of putting it, I say, Tom.
And, what's Jonathan Pine doing? Where is he? He's sort of probably in a dark corner somewhere, spying on someone, and what shape and form might that take? So I'm very curious to see what materialises. And that's about as much as I can say.
That's all we know so far. Oh, you tease. Tell us about Loki. I've heard there might be a spin-off TV series. I think you put it on social media. More mischief to make.
Yes, that is happening.
So when will you start that? Or
we're currently kind of in the process of polishing up what it will be, the ideas and the story and the pitch, but it's definitely happening. Disney are launching a streaming service called Disney Plus, and I'm not sure exactly when that will be live, but anything that's ever been made by Disney will be on that thing. So whether it's The Lion King or Beauty and the Beast,
all of those that we love.
And now Star Wars and Marvel and Pixar will all be part of that. So you'll be wanting to subscribe to Disney
will.
Plus,
That'll be another thing I've got to get on my phone and my computer.
But it's really exciting to do this series about Loki, and I can't say much. We've sort of all got to get through Avengers Endgame first.
Okay, all right, okay. So get through that first.
Time will tell.
It's funny, we had Kit Harington in this week, and he could say so little about Game of Thrones. Sometimes you're like, let's talk about what's in your shopping trolley. We must welcome another formidable guest this morning. Golden Globe winner and a 3-time Oscar nominee at such a young age, who is following the footsteps of Katharine Hepburn, Vanessa Redgrave, and Samantha Morton for her next royal role. Star of Atonement, Brooklyn, Ladybird, and now Mary, Queen of Scots. It's Saoirse Ronan. Good morning, Saoirse. How are you?
Good morning.
Lovely to have you. Look at you, huge talents there, all together. You two know each other, don't you? Have you worked together or just
We've kind of
hosted
into each
together?
other.
You gave me an award, so I feel like I'm forever in your debt.
What was the award for? Do you either of you remember?
It was a Biffa or something like that.
There we are.
It was a few years ago.
It was a good one then.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I know, it was quite a nice one, yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one. Not Spectacle Wearer of the Year, which, obviously could win as well.